The issue was also the rollout of carrying out sensitization on members. I remember last year around August, SARACEN actually, they were doing, SARACEN, a mother company, was executing certain audits, but we took advantage because the people who were there, a majority were members of the SACCO. So we took advantage and interacted with the members across the country. So we were able to get a very good feedback, and we were able to answer a number of concerns which members were having, including actually the proposed loans which we intend to roll out, the new loans. And then the other one was emphasis was on collaborating with the regulators so that we are able to run efficiently. The other issue was the amendment of the articles, which articles, as I speak today, it was article regarding the leadership of the SACCO, and then regarding the quorum. I think in the chairman's report it will be, the chairman will expound on that because all those articles were amended. The other issue was a presentation from a supervisory committee. In the supervisory committee, I think for the members who were there at the time, all of us received a copy of the reports. But the briefs were the requirements to enable the SACCO fulfillment of the SACCO registration with the relevant regulatory authorities, which I have just said that it was fulfilled. And then the SACCO grew by 35% by that time. So today we are going to receive another figure. The SACCO assets grew by 69%. By that time, there were loans was about 1.6 billion shillings, which were dispersed over the year in review. The SACCO also registered some defaulters, which were amounting to 53 million, and this is something I was talking about. That whenever we incur a loss, that loss is always shared amongst us. And today, as all the reports are being presented, we would request you to pay attention to these figures. Because if you don't pay attention to these figures, tomorrow you'll be complaining of a same thing which you were given from this function. So it's very important that we pay keen attention, especially when a chairman is giving this report and then treasury, because that's where everything is. The other issues was the presentations from the treasury, and in the treasury report, it is an accounting report which was giving us the stand of our finances at the time. And I think you received the figures. Still, the key highlights were the member savings had gone to about 2 billion shillings. So today, who knows, maybe we have hit about maybe more than 3 billion shillings. So we shall see that on the report. So there's that our SACCO was growing steadily. The report also was giving about the loans, which I already think I gave earlier. It was also talking about the loss and then the expenditure. So even expenditure, we need to pay attention today. Because if we don't pay attention, then tomorrow we're going to be asking, we made this money, but where did it go? So we need to be knowing how the money is being spent. As I conclude, the other highlights were was a report of the financial audit, which still, even today, we have such a report. It's very important because
the management team, and the fellow members, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're welcome. For those ones who are live streaming from our regional offices, Mbale, Jinja, Arua, Mbarara, Entebbe, and the other ones who are joining online, you're most welcome. Feel free to send in your contributions. Importantly, you go on, and that's what we are doing as your leaders and together with our management team. Conditions out there, I heard your comments, especially our security officers on the side of the mother company. We are not in a position to address that. However, much as the conditions have not been very good economically, I would like to report that in a this I can confirm that. On the side of the business, how we are operating, 2023 was not that good, especially in the side of the mother company. Remember, most of us were struggling with interviews, getting contracts. However, we were able to register some important milestones on the side of the SACCO. So we can't take that for granted. We did invest in the unit trust like we did last year in 2022, and as the figures will be showing, there is tremendous growth. Generally, I would like to bring to your attention that the issue of the loan repayment has kept on coming up once in a while. Members are struggling to pay their loans in a timely manner. Like I said, because of absenteeism on the side of the mother company, guards absconding, or what we call absent without official leave. And then they miss shifts, definitely they don't get the salary. So as a SACCO, we don't do the deductions. Imagine someone has a loan, we have to take maybe 20,000, but they've worked less shifts, meaning there is nothing to deduct. Then, as a board, I would like to reassure you, like we committed in the very beginning, we remain committed to grow this SACCO together with you. Today, to take this SACCO to another level, like I said, we've come a long way, and we can't just drop the ball. We are on the track to our destination. So I will quickly take you through the performance overview. We are going to quickly look at the figures I tracked with my fellow members from 2020 to 2023. Regardless of the conditions, we've posted positive results on selected performance indicators. On the side of members' savings. Kindly take note, if you have notebooks, write questions, whatever you want to ask after the presentation of reports. So if you're noting, you won't lose your question. In 2021, now this is a sign that we are growing. We had members' savings amounting to 1.25 billion. I'm not going to be at the exact figures. 2022, we were in 2 billion. 2023, December 31st, we had 3.173 billion. And we're growing very well. At least every year something is adding. Then in terms of loans, now this is a sign that you people, we are giving out loans and we are using the loan products. From 900 to 1.7, and currently as I speak, and as we end in 2023, we are in 2.3, the loans. Then investments, from 400 in 2021 to 923. And we told you our major investments, currently we are doing unit trusts. They are very safe and secure. And then on the other side, we are chasing for our permanent registration. The person responsible is here to guide us further. We are still on probation. However, our probation is ending in August. Immediately after the AGM, as a board, we shall embark on applying for permanent registration. Then the ministry will guide us on the next steps to follow. That's why we are very keen when it comes to invest. We don't want to invest, to involve ourselves in risky investments. I stand to be guided when we are not yet fully, when we are not yet on a permanent registration. We are taking calculated moves. Then total assets, as we talk now, we are in 3.7. Then the issue of share capital, if you remember in the last AGM, the district commercial officer, together with the representative of the registrar, then they advised us on the share capital, and I would like to report that we implemented, each member had 1 share. And as of now, we have our share capital stand from 37 million to 289. As a board, we have some other proposals which we are going to share with you on how to grow this share capital. Like the SACCO is still standing on a pole that is weak. We have to grow our share capital more and more. Then financial performance, there are some typos. The surplus has grown from 100, it is opposite, 113 million, and the rest then to 179. Our major sources of income, as I reported earlier, remain the unit trust. However, we have a proposal like we brought to your attention last AGM. We are exploring the land issue, and we are in the final stages. It is a risky business. We are engaging carefully. So once we are ready to go, we will be notified. Then in terms of membership, the current membership stand at 3,575 active membership. Active membership. The challenge is the high rate of, what is it called, HR from the company, God is leaving the company. The high rates of turnover from our mother company, most of which, as in the guards are our members. When they leave the company, we lose members. So out of the 6,800, I stand to be corrected once again, the current number of the entire company, the workforce, we only have 3,575. As a board, we are designing a methodology of reaching out to the 3,000. I'm not going to call them the lost sheep, but we are planning to reach out to ensure that everyone benefits from this SACCO. The banks were frequenting our gates, but as I speak now, we've limited the loans at least are coming from our SACCO to you, the members, not from the banks to the members, considering the interest rate that we are currently charging. On the side of, our main focus as a board, like I said, we are going to focus on, at least, if you look at the numbers remaining, at least enrolling the 3,000 that are remaining, so that we make a force, a great movement. We are looking at Wazalendo as our mentors. We hope one day we shall reach there. On the side of governance, we are striving very hard, and as a board we continue to provide the oversight role on the SACCO and its activities through our different committees. I don't work alone as a chairperson. We have committees, investment, credit committee, headed by different board members, mobilization. So we continue to work very hard. We meet regularly and we engage as a board to ensure that the SACCO is running effectively. For those who have a report on the board meetings, that's how we performed. We at least had 14 board meetings, and that's how we attended. Each member, we are very transparent. We put everything on paper for you to see. That is called accountability. Then we are working on a number of policies like we reported last time. However, remember, as we work for the SACCO, we are also serving our mother company. However, we are juggling the two to ensure that the SACCO also runs efficiently. So some policies have been put in place. For example, we have now a financial and accounting menu. We are also working on other policies like the IT policy, the HR policy. Now, as you can see, we have stuff that is long overdue. We shall ensure that by the close of this year, most of the required policies will be in place. We want to operate in compliance with the laws that govern the SACCO and as guided by our regulators and supervisors. On the strategic journey, like we reported, we sat together as a board and some members. We drafted a strategic plan which is partly operational. We are yet to harmonize a few things, but we've started following it. And it is just centered, to be very clear, it is centered on you members, our key stakeholders, and the key pillars, of course, to make sure that the SACCO stands more stronger. Then the core areas, we are looking at investing in financial literacy, training of members. It is very visible that as members we are still lacking in like on the side of financial literacy. We've had cases where members take loans for some issues that I'm not going to mention here, and others, as others are investing, others take loans for some other purposes. The regional visibility, that when we are working on it, as you can see now, we are able to live stream and engage our regional offices instead of them coming this side. However, we are thinking about being seen on the ground, and as a board we are designing a plan to have that achieved. A number of new products will be coming up. Keep visiting us. keep your ears on the ground. The products are going to roll out very soon. Then on the board training, as a board we also need training. We are not very perfect. We are a work in progress. I would like to report that we are members and we attend their meetings. I would like also to report that we lost 6 SACCO members. 6 SACCO members. Meaning they passed on. And in the year of 2023. As a board, the board condoles with the families that lost their loved ones, and we pray that they will find strength. The names are mentioned there, and we are reconciling their accounts to ensure that we reach out to the beneficiaries as they had indicated in their forms. On the side of human resource, last time, if you can remember very well, we had a staff volunteer who was acting as a SACCO manager by the names of Buma Dennis. And it's a company who, the SARACEN was paying the SACCO manager from their pocket. Once again, we extend our sincere appreciation to our mother company, the directors, and the CEO for supporting us. This is the child of SARACEN. As it grows, the company also grows. So we worked tirelessly to ensure that in 2023 we hired the SACCO manager and the credit officer. However, considering the volume of work, I can confidently say that in a month we can process around 270 loan applications. 2 people, that is impossible, quite a lot of work. However, with the support of the credit committee, special appreciations to our vice chairperson and your committee for working so hard. We are not giving you any payment, but we've supported the management team to ensure that the loans are processed. Much as we get some delays. Now, sometimes you're asking of, I sent my loan application form and it has delayed. That is the challenge that we've been having. However, now that is going to be a story to tell, it will just be a reference. We went ahead as a board, we hired. We don't want to be a board that is involving itself in daily operations. We want to separate daily operations of the SACCO. We want the management team to fully operate. So we hired a credit assistant, the one we introduced, Emmanuel. We also hired the member relations, Uwera, and the accounts assistant, Lucy Alupo. Now, this is going to reduce the burden. It's not a bad burden, however, it's going to reduce on our side and ensure that now the management team is going to effectively work on your loan applications and any other matters that are SACCO related. Like I said, we are working so hard. We want efficiency. We want timely processing of loans. I would like to apologize now. I can apologize since it's an AGM. I received over 20 phone calls, me as the chairperson. Save for the rest of the board, everyone at least is being called on a daily basis. Now, we are working out a plan. Since we have the staff, for those of us who have already seen the other side, we have an office. Just know some issues are going to be resolved without hassle. Then on a strategic partnership bank, we are looking at other banks. Then we are also looking at the Association of Microfinance Institutions of Uganda, Microfinance Support Center, and the rest. I will not talk much about the regulatory environment. As we reported last year, maybe our regulator will comment on that. We still have a challenge of having a single regulator for, and SARACEN, we are also growing. One day we shall reach there and we find when they are targeting us. However, we shall go ahead and register with, once we get our permanent registration, we register with Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority. There are challenges. Like I reported earlier, most challenges are coming from loan defaulters. However, it's not alarming. Once we do our reconciliation, such bad loans now, after reconciling, they will stand, the figure is at around 22 million, and we are engaging different ways to do recoveries. Then also
now. So just know you are covered. Then we are also planning to roll out a toll-free line. Like the mother company, we have a call center. For us, we're going to put a toll-free line so that you can call at any time without being charged. It's a cost on the SACCO, but it will create effectiveness. Then finally, before I conclude, we have 3 resolutions as a board that we would like to bring to your attention. We have an issue of dormant accounts which have spent some years. So we come to you with a proposal that all dormant accounts over 2 years to be written off to other incomes. The treasurer will expand more on that, and we shall need guidance. Then also, as you can see, we've increased the number of staff. We want to serve you more effectively so that if you put in your loan application, it's now not a month, but the loan processing period, the loan is received, assessed, and forwarded to the credit committee for further management. So we are proposing a charge of 0.5, just 0.5% on every loan processed, so that we meet the costs associated with the loan processing, which are currently high. Last time we had 2 staff, now we have 5. However, we are also looking at investing and creating more sources of revenue. But in the meantime, to cater for this, we are looking at a 0.5%. And then also, as we increase the number of shares to 5, we also propose that at least every year, every beginning of the year, we add a share. The share is yours, it's not for anyone. It helps you it is part of the patronage, owning the SACCO. The more shares, but we are not going to do it that we are just going to do equally. We don't want issues of someone having very many, and so we are all equal. Like now we all have 5 shares. So if we are proposing if we can add 1 share every year. As I conclude, then something else I've been reminded, dividends of 10% of the share capital also to be shared. So now I'm very excited that we are even talking of sharing dividends. Members have been inquisitive, that I've been a member, I've never received anything, but at least something now is coming up. So in conclusion, of course, I would like to thank God. Without God, we can't reach anywhere. For the fact that He has brought us, especially that now we have a small home out there, and for the success we registered in the last year, and also would like to appreciate the several committees, credit committee, supervisory committee, investment, mobilization, and many others. We appreciate. We also would like to reiterate that the strength and sustainability of this SACCO entirely depends on our commitment, both on the side of the board and also you as our dear members. And also would like to appreciate once again the CEO and the board of SARACEN Uganda Limited for availing us space inside the company. We don't operate out, we operate inside. So special thanks to the board through the CEO. We shall continue to work tirelessly to ensure that this SACCO grows and we take greater heights. I thank you. May God bless you all. Hope you've taken the questions.
Thank you, Chair, for your remarks. We appreciate. What we'll have next will be a supervisory committee report. Mr. Goma.
Now we're shining in the party.
Hello. The patron, SARACEN Staff SACCO in absentia, the chairperson of the society, then the board of the board members of the society, our distinguished guests from our regulatory body, fellow members and well-wishers of SARACEN Staff SACCO. I take this opportunity to welcome you to this 5th AGM of our SACCO. Once again, my name is Guma Dennis. I'm a member of the supervisory committee, and I would like to take this opportunity to read to you our report. It is a group of, it is a committee of 3 members. Unfortunately, as during the term of office, one of our members resigned and for individual purposes, and we remained 2, but we efficiently and effectively did our work, and we thank all the stakeholders, the board, and everyone that was influential in making us implement the mandate of the members, that what the members gave us. So, dear members, it is a small report. Those that don't have, you can share. I try to distribute around 40 copies. Those that don't have the report, they can share with a neighbor if they have. So I can read through. Dear members, the supervisory board is a 3-team constituted. The 3-member team constituted under Chapter 6, Article 40 of the SARACEN Uganda Staff SACCO bylaws and Section 18B of the Cooperative Societies Act that was amended in
is what supervisory committee, which is the supervisory board, does. So this committee that is constituted of 3 members, they act as the internal auditors of the society. So the chairman and the treasurer plus our external auditors will explain more on the audited accounts. But as a supervisory committee, we had a few reviews which we made it necessary to share it with the members. As you know, SACCOs are therefore members. They are managed by members and they benefit members. It's not that the board members here are the ones that are going to manage the SACCOs. No. This is why we call this AGM, and this is the most important body of every society. So the supervisory, I'm looking at the 2023 reviews. The supervisory body presents the following key focus areas and observations to the AGM of the year 2023 and recommends the following to the board for their action, which we deem shall be beneficial to the cooperative and its members. Number 1 is share capital. As earlier
which is still lower than the 500 million stipulated under the Tier 4 for large SACCOs. But we are, of course, we are not at that point. However, we are looking at, when we are benchmarking to those big cooperatives, and that is our aim. We want to reach that level where we at least we are looked at maybe by our regulators. Or the Bank of Uganda, see how maybe they can come in and regulate us. So yes, our share capital has grown. However, it is still low compared to the 500 million for the large SACCOs. And in a few years, I'm sure we are going to be hitting that milestone. So our recommendation as supervisory, the board takes a deliberate effort to grow the share capital to meet the regulatory requirement, and the board's action, the board has put in place incentives to further grow the share capital to be instituted. So these incentives, like the chairman was saying, new products are coming on board, mobilization is made, and on this note, I want to thank the mobilization committee. Especially a training wing with the leadership of our training manager, Mr. Kato. They are doing great work, mobilizing new recruits, new security officers that join us so that they can join the SACCO. And it has really helped us, and it has helped the members as well, the beneficiaries. Then on the cooperative software, we also management information system was developed and implemented, offering services such as viewing account statements, loan applications, and approvals. We noted that other services the application can offer are not active or used, such as mobile money wallet, bank services, and we also observed delayed updates of accounts in FUCO Plus, e.g. mainly savings and loan disbursements. But like we told you last year, we had embarked on implementation of the SACCO management system. And I can assure you, with the help of our team leader on the implementation of the system, who's the treasurer, Mr. Oketa, we did big work with the management, SACCO manager system. So this is a big milestone compared to the previous years where we're using Excel sheets and everything to come up with all the data they needed. So this system has been implemented. Yes, it has not achieved what we need wholesomely, because it is a package and it is being done in phased manners. So I'm sure by the end of this financial year or mid this financial year, all the modules or all the features we want on our portal or on our system, they are going to be incorporated, and they will be of great help. Our recommendation on the system, all services the application can offer should be activated. Then we promote the services of the management system to the members. The management system, which is Mufuko Plus, should also be tailored to the operations of the society. Yes, these systems are used by many cooperatives, but different cooperatives have their mode of operation. So now, like for us, SARACEN, we have our specific operation. Yes, it doesn't differ so much from the other SACCOs, but all we want is, or what we urge management is to tailor our operation, is to tailor the system to our mode of operation, so that it gives us what we really want. The board's action or status on the system is that the rollout of Mufuko Plus system and the website is being done in a phased manner. If you those that are always come here, if you checked on our notes board, our IT department tried to come up with a website where you can input your membership number and you access your savings. I think those that haven't accessed it, if you have a smartphone, you can inquire from the management here. They can guide you. So those developments are coming on board, and we really thank management for that. Then we also reviewed the fixed asset register. A fixed assets register was not maintained. This goes to management. It was not maintained. This makes it difficult to value some fixed assets while others cannot be confirmed. Hence a high risk to the society. So our recommendation to management is that they should ensure that it maintains an updated fixed asset register, and it has to be reviewed by the treasurer. The society should also maintain a file where documents relating to fixed assets are filed. In addition, the society's fixed assets should be engraved for easy identification. Management, since you've gotten your office, please ensure that the fixed asset is maintained, and all the assets of the SACCO, let them be labeled, so that when auditors or the supervisory committee comes, they can, and maybe they want to value the assets of the society, they can be easily identified. So that is an area of emphasis, management. Then we also reviewed another area where we have been missing of loan repayment schedules attached on each loan application form in the loan file. It was noted that there were no loan repayment schedules attached to the loan file of the most borrowers. Absence of loan repayment schedules on the loan files makes it difficult to track loan repayments and to ascertain the correct amount of the principal and accrued interest within the loan period, hence posing a high risk of revenue loss to the society. Still, this goes to management. It has been a query over time. I think management has to look through it and see how you can sort that out. Recommendation still is that loan repayment schedule should be attached to the individual loan application form of every member that is disbursed, in order to monitor loan performance. we have another issue of writing off of bad debtors. During our review of the outstanding loans, we noted that the society has not made a deliberate effort to come up with an aging analysis of outstanding loans that are long overdue, and also no effort in writing them off. By this, the chairman clarified it, and he says it is so proposed that they are going to write off these loans, both the dormant accounts and the bad debtors. So that is work in progress, and I'm sure it is going to be effected. Our recommendation still is to ensure that set outstanding loan balances are determined so that the portfolio at risk is determined. Writing off of the bad loans should also be implemented by management. Yeah. Then the other area was our investment portfolio. So we over this past year, the 2023, we had a few withdrawals from the funds, societies, and the trust funds. So yes, these withdrawals are made to cater for the loans, the loan applications members make. But then, as we earlier planned, these withdrawals, we planned them in a sense that after a certain period, we can withdraw when we have attained what we want. So maybe this still to management. We're going to find ways on how we can implore our mother company to do timely remittances of our SACCO contributions, because this will affect our investment plans. And at the end of the day, yes, it's not that we withdraw this money and maybe take it somewhere where interest is not generated. No. If we withdraw money and disburse it to members, if there's interest income that is coming. However, we have some other money that is not attracting interest and is not paid. So we urge management and the interested parties see how they can sort that out. I highlighted a few statistics there, but we have an average interest of like 43.9 we would have received from the investment. Recommendation still is management should ensure SARACEN Uganda Limited pays the monthly SACCO contributions to enable proper investment planning of the SACCO. Then we also have another area of cooperatives products. Whereas the committee recognizes the society's products, e.g. savers loan and the development loan added in the cooperative product menu, there is still need for more innovative products in the line of health, social, and business to impact the majority members' standard of living and improve their livelihoods. So, like we said, Chairman earlier mentioned the land product, which is still under review. Yes, it is not that low risk area, but with the investment team and the board members, and of course benchmarking from other societies, I think that the land product will be so important to members, and how it will be studied and effected in the different parts of the country based on the members' area of jurisdiction and where they work from or where they stay. I think it will be so important for us. So yes, we have the major products of the SACCO are the loan products, these savers loans, but we need more products on board. I think management has to look into that. We need business loan products to finance members, maybe in the ventures they go into, and how they can help improve their livelihoods. Because the SACCO is for members, and it has to benefit the members. The recommendation on that cause therefore is develop new products management should develop new products to add to the existing menu of the cooperative, such as bereavement fund, medical insurance product, business loan products. For the bereavement fund, I think I have to explain. The bereavement fund is like income you give to someone when you've lost a loved one or a close relative. So if that bereavement fund is, because in the course of the year, which is last year, I had a chance to go with the chairperson to the trust fund offices where we invest, and all these packages they are there. It just needs more money to be organized, and then we venture into those packages where they have bereavement funds, they have funeral arrangements for the members in case they have lost their loved ones, and it is really, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So we really need to tap into those projects or these areas and see how we can get benefit and learn more on these areas. In conclusion, before I conclude, I want to thank different committees. First of all, we want to thank our patron. We also want to thank the credit committee. Credit committee does a lot of work. We have many members, our dear members. We have very many members, and loans come in every day, every hour, every minute. And the credit committee has done a lot of work. They appraise these loans. Yes, we also come in as supervisory and give a hand in the verification process. But really, they have done a lot of work, and if it doesn't cost you should give them a hand clap. Then the mobilization committee, like I had said earlier, training wing. Then this goes also to the new staff. Like we have been having a problem on segregation of duties. We find the SACCO manager is doing this work, and we are all humans. We are prone to error and we can do mistakes. But then given that now new staff members, and specifically for the society are on board, we hope this segregation of duties is going to be done effectively, and each employee has to play their role with completeness and efficiency. As I conclude, the supervisory board acknowledges the continuous improvements in processes and systems that the cooperative has instituted over the years. However, the ever-changing operating environment and member needs, there is need for management and the board to periodically do comprehensive reviews to enhance the internal controls framework. I thank you once again, and I wish you all the best of the day. And as we are here, let us give it our time. Let us not be distracted by any other things, because this is the most important part. This report, the auditors are coming on board. The treasurer is also coming. Let us give it keen attention so that we drop our SACCO. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kuma. I'm requesting we stand up and stretch. I've seen some people dozing there. Let us stand and we stretch. Thank you, thank you. Stretch, people, stretch. Thank you, you can have your seat. Thank you. What we have next is we want to welcome the external auditor's report from Augustus and Associates, CPA. Please, let's clap for him as we welcome them to address us.
Thank you very much, Chair.
My name is Augustine Lule. The guests from the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives are the management of SARACEN, the board of the SARACEN Staff SACCO, the supervisory committee, and members of the SARACEN Staff SACCO. We are very delighted to be your auditors. I think this might be our third year running or thereabout. So we came and did the audit, and I want to read for you the results which came out, and so that you know your financial position. One of the key issues which you will need to note as members is that during 2023, your SACCO has adopted a new financial management system, and I think it will improve on the efficiency. I will tell you about your statement of comprehensive income. That is how much income you made and the expenditure, and how much surplus or profit you did make. It's going to be very easy because I will give you just some key figures which will give you a sign of what your SACCO is like. The net income after loan loss provision is 249.9 million in this year of 2023. Last year it was 142.469 million. Then your expenses for this year were 70.898 million. Last year your expenses were 29 million. This year you have made a surplus of 179 million. Last year you made 113. So you can see that there is steady progress. Last time it was 113 million which you made as your surplus, or call it profit if you want, but this year you have made 179. So I think this is a better performance. Then we also would like to draw your attention to your balance sheet. Your balance sheet has several items under the current assets. Current assets are what you own as a SACCO. So you have cash and bank balances as at the year end. You had 133.2 million. The loans and advances are 2.368 billion. The trade and other receivables, or you can call them debtors, were 363 million. Then you also had investments of 923.9 million. So your total current assets are 3.789 billion. If you compare with last year you had current assets of 2.265 billion. Then your non-current assets, this one includes the computers and the software for maintaining your records. The total non-current assets in this year of 2023 were at 12.3 million. Last year it was 10.28. So your total assets for 2023 were 3.801 billion. And you are coming from a figure of 2.276 billion in 2022. So you can see that there is growth. There is growth here. Then you also have what you call liabilities, or current liabilities for that matter. And this consists of payables or creditors, and also the other part is the members' savings. The creditors were at 8.4 million in 2023, whereas in 2022 they were at 8.38 million. Then the savings of members in this year of 2023 were 3.173 billion. If you look at the previous year, they were 2.07 billion. So you can see that your savings are also increasing. They have actually increased by around 50%, from 2 billion last year to 3.17 billion this year. So you are doing well in the savings area. Then when you go to the equity, equity means what belongs to you, the members' funds, the funds which belong to the members. And under the members' funds, we have share capital. Share capital is, as at 31st December 2023, was 289.3 million. You can imagine it came from 50.76 million. So everything is going up, as you can see. Then you have what we call retained earnings. Retained earnings, this one is an account where your surpluses or your profits keep accumulating. And your retained earnings came up to 249 million. 0.28. Last year, they were 113 million. So we also have another section under the equity or the members' funds, which we call non-distributable reserves. Now, these non-distributable reserves are the reserves that are required by the Cooperative Societies Act. You know, the Cooperative Societies Act has some reserves which require you to put some money aside as required by law. And it is so because the people who made the law, they knew that if you don't put these reserves aside, people will want to share all the what? All the money. Yet the reserves have a purpose. So the cooperative reserves, which we are calling non-distributable reserves, are at 81.1 million, whereas last year they were at 13.3. So your total equity is 619.7 million, coming from 197.17 million last year. So our balance sheet stands at total members' funds and liabilities of 3.801 billion, and this the last year's figure was 2.276. So your performance, as far as your books indicate, is a good performance. Then I will also read for you the opinion, our opinion, because at the end of the day, the auditors have to give their opinion regarding how the financials have been kept and also how the operations of the SACCO have been run. So in our opinion, the financial statements in here, in this book, they give a true and fair view of the financial position of SARACEN Uganda Staff Cooperative Savings and Credit Society as at 31st December 2023, and its financial performance and cash flows for that year ended 31st December 2023, and they are in compliance with international financial reporting standards and the requirements of the Cooperative Societies Act and the Cooperative Societies Regulations. We also want to give you a report on how you've complied with the Cooperative Societies Act, or how you've complied with maintaining your books. And we want to give you comfort that we obtained all the information and explanations from the management regarding our audit for everything. Actually all the questions that we asked were responded to. And according to us, the SACCO maintains proper books of account as far as we've done our examination of those books. Then the statement of financial position and the statement of comprehensive income, which I've read to you, are in agreement with the books of account. Also, the business administration of the SACCO has been conducted efficiently in accordance with cooperative principles and in accordance with the objectives, bylaws, and any other decisions that were made in the previous annual general meetings. So I signed the report, and my name is Lule Augustine, and I am a CPA practicing under number P0169. I signed the books on 15th. Thank you very much. I'll be around to take any questions if there are any. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the remarks. I think thank you everyone. Our next agenda is election of the new leaders and presentation by the vetting committee. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Moderator, let me pass this. Okay, I think all of us have had a report from our external auditors, and I believe we have paid attention, because that is key. Actually, it's the main thing which brought us here. So at this junction, we want to move a motion. I propose to move a motion. We adopt the report. Any members volunteering? No, to adopt this report.
Thank you, members. I've listened to the report keenly. I propose the motion to adopt.
Thank you.
Want a seconder? What was the name? Maybe we didn't get your name. Huh?
Omara Benson, 15871.
Mhangu Simon, I second the motion. Two 5862.
Thank you.
All right. I think at this juncture, our report has been adopted, and we move to the next item. Mr. Moderator. All right. For the interest of time, I think Mr. Moderator is a bit engaged. So we invite the vetting chairperson to come and take us through this process. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman, SARACEN SACCO, board members, our regulators, our auditor, the most loved person, staff members, SACCO members, you are all welcome. Vetting committee, I'm the chairman of the vetting committee, and we are 3 members. We are 4, but 1 left. So the 3 are here. That's the one giving out the report, and another one is here. As a vetting committee, our work is very easy. When a gap is created or when a gap happens, we cover it up. How do we cover it up? Our work is very easy. Is to ensure that the vetting process is free and fair and is well as being of quality. So when we receive the information from the board that there are some gaps that we need to cover, and as a vetting committee, we did our work, and the report is there. Babas, come and read this report. Babas is my secretary. Come. We have Babas here. She read a report. You can read through as she reads through also. We are going to tell you what we are supposed to do as a vetting committee. First, introduce yourself and.
Good afternoon, members. I'm Baba's Faith, the secretary to vetting committee.
Good afternoon, members. I'm Damia Joffrey, 19387, member of vetting committee.
Good afternoon once again. We made this report. We were elected last year, I think. So we are very new, but we try to do what we are supposed to do. The objective of vetting committee, we ensure that the process is free and fair and of quality. We announced, I'm going to summarize. We announced that we were missing 3 members on different committees. For example, the board was missing 3. We announced on 5th January and we gave it a deadline up to 10th. But we received only members of the board. Supervisory we didn't receive. So we re-advertised from 5th February to 12th February. And we got a member. We got 3 members who were interested in to be on the board. It's behind. We have Nakaiza Diana, Mogumia Isaac, and Ajok Monica. Then on the supervisory committee, we have Namara Peace. But I want to advise us, as we are voting, we should also be gender sensitive. So you will see that there are ladies there and we have also gentlemen. Especially on the board, because members of the board are supposed to be 9, but 5 of them are already men. Yes, they are men. So no, we are not campaigning, but we are trying to enlighten ourselves to know how to run this. Then some of our roles is to give the report to the next general meeting, which we are doing now, I think. We prepare, maintain, and distribute documents, which we did because we announced, then gave the applicant forms to fill, which they filled. We did the vetting, and most of them were qualifying because the people who applied on the vetting on the board, all of them qualified. On supervisory committee, we had 1 applicant who qualified. Then, according to our bylaws, voting shall be by a secret ballot and on a simple majority subject to Article 19 of these bylaws. But, however, by a simple majority of members present at the general meeting, an alternative method may be used, which is, for example, like lining up behind the applicants, or we count by hand. So we are going to choose one of that to use. Then, Article 47 of the bylaws of SACCO gives the vetting committee powers to verify the candidates using a certain criteria as we chose, or we were guided by the article of our bylaws. So without wasting time,
so I wanted to consult because we have exactly the exact number of applicants for the positions that are vacant. So this lining up and putting up of hands, what are we doing? Because if we want 3 people and 3 people have applied, I thought either you're telling us they qualify and then we get to see them and then probably, I don't know. But if we vote, what are we doing?
I can get your question. This is a procedure. Even if you have people, the number you want, but the procedure remains, it has to be followed, minutes have to be put down, so that the next time, people who are not here will know that the procedure was followed. The applicants, as she has said, the number we need are the applicants we got. But I want to encourage you people. Next time there is any gap, we put up a notice. We are advertising, and these adverts went up to our regional offices. But I wonder, most of the people, there are some people who wanted to be coming right from here, like your representative wanted him to be coming from nearby, from Central. But the rest, now like this man wants to run away. You don't resign. Come and join us. Hey. Now I'm going to introduce to you the candidates who applied and the position they applied for. Ready? Can I go ahead? Okay. What is it? Naka is a list of candidates for board committee. Naka is a Diana. Please, can you stand up? That is Naka is a Diana. Mugumya Isaac. Mugumya Isaac. Ajok Monica. Ajok Monica, where are you? Come. Sasa, you are no longer that side. Come this side. Songa karibu. Hey. That is your representative. Every time issues try to come up, she's supposed to be there for you. Hey. So these are the 3 members who are on the board. Wanted the 2 people, wanted 3 people, and these are the 3 people. We don't need even to vote. Come and sit aside. So now from today, you are now a board member. You are welcome. From here, you come to my office and I put you right. Hey, come on, I give you more uniform. Better one. A list of candidates for supervisory committee. Yeah, after all this, we shall give them time to introduce themselves and tell you something. Then we have Namara Peace. Madam Namara? Come beside. Now, these are the candidates, and all of them qualify, and they have gone through. And I would like members to adapt the motion, and we continue. Voting is done, because there is nobody competing with them.
Madam is asking about the vetting. The vetting committee was announced, but when we reviewed our bylaws, it's giving us 3 members, and 1 member has to be an ex-officio. The ex-officio we have the SACCO manager, so we saw no need of adding another person to go astray from our bylaws.
Who is proposing? Anybody? Hey.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm sorry for interruption in any case, but I was suggesting, okay, I propose the motion, because now these people have been operating. Yes, I agree with that.
But they should have people to compete with them. Why would they operate then again be vetted without our knowledge? We are here on the GMO to select the new department so that we can get the new management.
Thank you very much. Do people have this report? We advertise it from 5th to 10th. People applied.
Members, we advertise and re-advertise. No one applied. We advertised from here. We told your managers and gave them the advertise. Ask them.
Okay. This is a concern. It is a concern, and okay. I understand. I can get your point. If the advert did not reach you where you were, but it was put up, it's clear, and we have a copy here. This is not something illegal. No. The advert is there.
Excuse me, Chairman, Vetting Committee. We advertised on the SACCO, the SARACEN SACCO WhatsApp group and on the notes board, and then they were supposed to circulate. Listen, we are going to bring the evidence of the WhatsApp group and the notes board, and if you missed it, that cannot become a crime. But we did advertise. Are you not on the group? Okay, but we advertise the way we are supposed to advertise.
Okay, listen, guys, listen. Like me, the chairperson of the vetting committee, the process that I was supposed to follow, I followed it. The adverts were put up, and people applied. That's why I was advising you people. Be up to date every time. Anything that comes up, welcome as you. Put your ears up. Hey, I did my best. The vetting committee did its best, and these are the members that have been selected. So I think that is all. This time there are no questions, my brothers and sisters.
Chair, there's something.
Let us listen from our regulator.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Sorry for interrupting, Chair, but I realized I know these issues of elections are very, very contentious. Members, for any advert to take place, as long as you have the proper channels, usually for other adverts out of here, most probably if something is in a national gazette, whether you have seen it or not, it surfaces as an advert. Now for this, as cooperatives, as long as there is a notice, and I've seen 2 notices, one on 5th January, the other on 10th February, on your notes board, it surfaces the office notes board of the cooperative. And I've been informed that also on your WhatsApp group, I've been shown something. You know, at times, there is an old saying that at times ignorance is no defense. We find ourselves that we have not intentionally failed to see, but because we are caught up by other issues. But where we see that there are even 2 adverts, and in their report they said people failed to apply and they re-advertised. I think this is a wake-up call that we need to take issues of the SACCO serious. In case you hear anything going on with the SACCO, because in our principles it's member participation, member controlled. So for those who are able to apply after the first and second advert, I think we would need to also give them the respect for those who took time to re-advertise, to accept that there will be next time for us to be able. But whatever the vetting committee did falls within the legal mandate. So it's in our best interest that we accept whatever they did. Because if they hadn't re-advertised, we would say maybe there wasn't a second thought. So my advice is as of now, I don't see any gap in whatever they did. If there was anything for competition, most probably would have the lining up. But I would request, if you feel among these leaders you have no problem with them, and given the fact that the vetting committee has done its work, you propose to adopt their report and second, and there will be our new leaders on the different boards. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I think that is it. Mekubaliana? We have nothing to do now. I'm telling you, we have nothing to do. We did our best. Next time, then maybe we shall use it.
Maybe to guards, this is your representative. Feel free to get her number. Contact her in case of anything about SACCO. I say this is your, come in front please. This is your representative who is the only one who applied. She's the only one who applied. And she's within Central, so she can reach office and get all the information, get her number, and use it formally. Thank you.
I think that's it.
Members, let us listen. Now I'm mentioning this on behalf of operations. I want us to appreciate that last year we had the elections here. There's a member whom we elected, actually using the process you are right now clamoring for, which is fair as provided by the bylaws. However, this member was deployed, I think, around Luero. Throughout the year, she never attended even one meeting. But we also considered and appreciated that maybe because of the distance and so on, she was unable. That's why this time around we said, instead of us, because the bylaws say let us elect, then we elect a person from Barara. Then a person from Barara, whenever there is a meeting, because we have monthly meetings, then we also have special meetings which can fall anytime. I want you to imagine a person traveling from Barara up to here to come and attend those meetings. That's why considerations was, can we, but still Adibat was not limiting. Fortunately, on the vetting committee, a person who applied was within. So I think, let's appreciate, because after all, there was one slot for a representative of the guards. I think, unless you don't like her face, because even if we change today, still we shall only get one. And in this matter, I remember the vetting committee member said, we need to be gender sensitive. We have already a supervisor's representative who is a male. Stand up. You see, that's a supervisor's representative. So we said, since a male is a supervisor's representative, I think we need to, this time around, look for a lady. Okay. That's why this lady is whatever. But I think it's fair enough. So let's not complicate things. Even our regulators guided us very well. So let's not complicate matters. Let's proceed. I thank you.
Another person second the motion.
I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Now let us hear from our new members so that we can understand them better.
Good afternoon, members. CPA Nakaizadana. I'm an accountant by professional. Thank you.
Good afternoon, members. Call me a job monitor. ID number 21777, SACCO number 714. I'm going to be representing you guys in all possibilities to make that our future is going to be brighter and brighter.
Protocol observed. I'm by names of Namara Peace, economist by profession.
Good afternoon, members. Isaac Mugumi is my name. I think most of you have met me somewhere. If not here, maybe in our office. But I believe I will be the best to serve you people. Since you have entrusted me with that, cost of becoming a board member. Isaac is my name.
Thank you very much. New members, you're welcome. You can have a seat.
Fire, fire, oh. Gospel music be fire, oh. We know the time, oh.
Thank you so much. Let's have the remarks from our regulator. You're very welcome, sir.
Sir, I take the opportunity to welcome you once again. Please, we are ready to hear from you.
Good afternoon once again. My name is Mugweri Ambrose from the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. Chairperson, SACCO SARACEN, the board members, the supervisory committee, vetting committee, management, and all committees. Management of SARACEN, the board members, the members of SARACEN, the most important factor of the organization, and all invited guests, our auditor. I want to thank everyone who has come. Today is a good day in our life as cooperators. Many of our cooperatives that are started fail to have the annual general meetings that some of you people have had for the last 5 years. So thank you very much, the members of SARACEN. You may look at it as an easy thing, but continuously having annual general meetings is something many of our cooperatives have failed to do. Us as an office of the Registrar of Cooperatives, I would want to also first inform you that yesterday we launched the digitalization system of cooperatives, where most of the systems that you would need or support from our office, you'd be getting it from your desks and not needing to go to our offices. So I believe by the time you start your process of permanent registration, chairman and management, you will do everything from your office. You won't need to come to our offices. And we are moving in that direction, expecting that the SACCOs are also moving in that direction, because it would be sad that, you know, they usually say government is slow, but if government has moved faster than you, then how slow are you? So I expect us as cooperatives to ensure that we embrace the digitalization of our cooperatives to improve on the service delivery. As I was listening in, some of the members were crying about the service delivery in what areas they are. Us as a SACCO, we need to ensure that the members we are serving are able to get whatever they need. Otherwise, we shall find ourselves having issues with the service delivery. Us as SARACEN, it's important to note that our performance is growing, but are the members growing? It is nice to see big figures in our books, but it's also important to see growth of our members. I implore the leadership of SARACEN to ensure that the members here do not only contribute to the big numbers of the SACCO, but let this trickle down to their livelihoods, their families, and their personal growth. I would not expect someone to brag about SARACEN of 3 billion, but is unable to have a running business of at least 300,000. That would be sad. We need to ensure the products we are giving our members and services go up to their homes. These are institutional cooperatives. Today we are here, tomorrow we are not here. So let's ensure that we are able to learn much from here and also support our members. I want one day, after 10 years, someone to go to West Nile, either to go to Mbara and find a member and says, who will show the SACCO that I started this business because of the SARACEN man I got, not because of the man I got from the bank or all. So let us have that fast forward thinking. I looked at some of the issues that were raised, and I realized that us as a SACCO, we have areas that we have somehow left without handling with a lot of care. The types of policies we have, how strong are they? We need to ensure that the policies we have can protect us from loss. There is a lot of employee turnover, as I heard. But at times the employee turnover that we have may even be reduced by the type of services we have, because most of these institutional cooperatives provide better services than the banks. We would find ourselves that the lead time on getting services, if it's improved, or if it's made within the expectations of the members, I can guarantee you, even those who are thinking of leaving because of the different issues would still remember that their SACCO is providing them services that they cannot get anywhere else. We need to understand that us as a cooperative, we have right now a head office, but we're all over the country. We're over 7,000, I've been told, as membership of SARACEN. But the SACCO, of course, has different offices. The organization has different offices. We need to ensure that most probably we have satellite offices that are going to support our members. Let them not find it hard, the cost of getting services being higher than the service they're going to get. That would be useless to get a service where its cost is more than what I have to get. I realize that as a SARACEN, we have gone ahead to adopt the hybrid meetings. This is something that we are putting in our regulations because we realized after COVID everything changed. We found ourselves that everyone needs to run away from analog, everything that looked to be hard. So I want to thank the leadership for taking on this, because we need to see everyone is on board. As you're aware, since last year, actually 2022, the office, the Ministry of Trade with other stakeholders in the cooperative movement, we have embarked on the cooperative bank to ensure that the gaps that we are having with other banks can be solved by the cooperative bank. You are major stakeholders. Any cooperative above 1 billion. I had the chairperson being worried about taking risks because you are still on probationary. But what I can assure you, with your performance, you must be in the late class of those. You are supposed to be having permanent. And I can assure you that by August, we shall support you and we shall ensure that you're on permanent registration. A SACCO 5 years having this growth, and I would not forget to look at the fact that most of us were earning low, but we're able to sacrifice. So with this growth, I believe you have to be on permanent, and we shall support you to ensure come August. So Chairperson, our doors are open. By August, you'll be on permanent registration. Us as members of SARACEN, you know government has different programs it's doing. But there is something that we need to understand. When we leave these cooperatives, these are institutional cooperatives. We are more of ambassadors of places we come from. Let us make sure we take on the cooperative identity. Make sure we learn from whatever we have here, and by the time we go back to our places or our homes from where we come from, we're able to also support and guide other people in the types of cooperatives. Here we are lucky that we have a pool of people of different talents, and from that we're able to learn. But the question is, if you're in this cooperative and you're not able to participate, you do not want to learn or even share. Because with cooperatives, different people come with different sets of skills and with the different monies they have to ensure that we do 1 + 1 to 3, not 1 + 1 to get 2, 3, to see that most of our SACCOs are being constrained by the many laws. So bear with us, but we're working on it. Us as an office of the registrar, I would also want to inform you that most times we look at our cooperatives having a challenge of understanding the liabilities and equity. It is good that the other year we had a 50 million share capital, and this time we have the 284. Because someone had said, why do I have to beg for my own saving? And a saving is a liability. And it takes us back to the other question. Let us ensure we grow our share capital, because that's the equity. When you grow it, it will be easy for you to have enough liquidity. Because it's sad to see that you lost over 42 million that you would have got, but because of liquidity issues, you had to withdraw it from UAP. So we need to see how we can increase on our capital. And also ensure that we have more products that are going to encourage people to save their money. Because if I have a fixed saving where I know I'll get an interest at the end of the year, I will not remove that money. That means the SACCO will have more money to give out. And me, I'll only wait at the end of the year to get my interest. Of course, I'll have the dividend, and I'll have the dividend is from share capital. But I'll also have an interest from my savings. So the different products to encourage. Our members talked about some products not being available to them. I'm employing the board. Please let us tailor our products towards our members' needs. This SACCO is for the members. I hate seeing big figures, yet our members cannot be seen anywhere in those big figures. Let's ensure every year, because when you have such products that are tailored to the needs of the members, it will help us also do an evaluation. In our Cooperative Societies Amendment Act, we have what we call the social audit. Are we doing a social audit as a board on our members? Are we doing a social audit to see that these figures are commensurate to what our members are? So that is something we need to look at. Members, I would not want to say much because this is your day, but I would want to congratulate you and thank you for being able to support the SACCO, continuously using it to borrow, and also continuously ensuring that you put the management and board on tension to give you answers. At times the questions may not be related to them because it's an institutional organization, but it's also important to always show enthusiasm. That is when we shall always keep in check. With those few words, I just bring you the greetings from the Honorable Minister and the Register of Cooperatives, and I would thank you for listening to me and wish you all the best in your discussions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's have yes, please.
Just a small interruption. We change of program a little bit. CEO has delegated Mr. Mushabe Moses together with our representative from the ministry. They are going to assist us open our office officially. It is the next item, and then we can go in the next things on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to officially launch
or the official opening of the SACCO office. I think we can do it now. I want to welcome Fande Bushabe. Thank you for coming, and he's the representative of the CEO. So please, you can clap for him as a
when you touch me, all I can see is your love. Put it on me, want your body, oh my baby, you're amazing. Auntie, when you touch me, all I can see is your love. More you not see, so now I see. Me shamu, you go be my baby, be my heart, my baby, be my show, my baby, be my leg, oh my baby, you go be my baby. My baby, be my heart, my baby, be my sugar, my baby, keep me natural, my baby. Baby, yeah me fake, up on my yogi. All I want you to cause you want it now, okay? It is short, I wanna be the only one that you call it darling. Oh, what a man got to do to call you honey. Oh, for a million years I go there to when you move. I like it, baby, the way you move. I like it, baby. My baby, be my heart. My baby, be my show. My baby, be my leg. Oh, my baby, you go be my baby. My baby, be my heart. My baby, be my show. My baby, keep it natural. My baby, oh yeah. I'm in the journey with you, my woman. My remaining my only one. Loving only you by Mukwano. Kwachana tuzi kwe labda. Auntie, when you touch me, all I can see is your love. Put it on me, want your body, oh my baby, you're amazing. Auntie, when you touch me, all I can see is your love. Oh, you love, see now I see. Not one day, you go be my baby, be my heart, my baby. Be my show, my baby, be my leg, oh my baby, you go be my baby, be my heart. my girl, my baby. Chemical in nice. I see you one time, I do. I got that time you are soon. You see me on time, baby do. Sukubena mutima mukwano chakukutuma. Sukuma, buguma. I pay you attention, the secret. I'm missing when you saw me say I'm on. Remember busy, mwoba mo busy. Mbayo jona change when you saw me say I'm on. Remember busy, mwoba mo busy. Mbayo jona change. Diggy 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 da da da. Mona wakuda slow come take it. Diggy 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 da da da. Biggie 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 boy come take it. Diggy 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 da da da. So mona wakuda slow come take it. Da da da.
Muzima gazini bwaba musilamu njakuchu sedini yona gwenalaba muzima gazini bwaba musilamu njakuchu sedini yona gwenalaba muzima gazini bwaba musilamu njakuchu sedini yesala kuchisa.
Why do you do me like that? Why do you do me boy? Why do you do me like that? Why do you do me boy? Do me boy. Why you want to explode me body like a bomber? You know me like you are better than the bomber. Let me get it cut on the way you put under. You know me like you are better than the bomber. You wanna touch me, kiss me all day. Body balance, so give me all day. Show me your cocky, I like it that way. Nzewe kula bakulira muno egambe. Kama mazima wala yabange. Show me your cocky, I like it that way. Kama mazima wala yabange. Why you do me like that? Why you do me boy? Why do you do me like that? Why do you do me boy? Do me boy. Do me boy. Why would you like to do it like that? You know those are the songs here. How would you like to do it? You like now this. Kill people. Get up, Jaja, you put the Jaja. Jaja, you put the Jaja. No. Jaja, you put the Jaja. No. Jaja, you put the Jaja, baby. Jaja, you put the Jaja. 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 I saw you lucky me fever. All the time you come and the shiver. Now you be the one just believe it. La diva, my diva. Oh, you turn Batman to Zina with your sexy body Carolina. For your love I go bad like John Cena. Hata kama nikiwa nguvu sina, kupe kila kitu mchana kwa siku, tufanye mafitu baby mafitu, kupe kila kitu mchana kwa siku, tufanye mafitu baby. Vitro, baby, sata kislang na pawain. Jaja, you put the Jaja. Jaja, you put the Jaja. No. Jaja, you put the Jaja. No. Jaja, you put the Jaja, baby. Jaja, you put the Jaja. Nawala kutwepasa. Uli mukate wali na chibula wanoga. Kachibalu mechibabi. Wamutima muna fatorira sirike. Katufunye muliko aloza. Yakala kutwari kutereke miroza. Yoba chiko bonzita yangu wa. Kota iwa pesana muliona baraketa sembera. Labu yenzita sasira na bankona. Kobonzita yangu wa. Kota iwa pesana muliona baraketa sembera. Labu yenzita ola. Watu wa mamba. Watekera dala muchikonde kwacho balite balina chebangamba. Wabatemendamba. Ole
Okay. Maybe we'll first finish with the report of. All right. Welcome back, members. I think you have seen our progress Like I said earlier, and I emphasized earlier, we are now going to another critical moment where we need to pay attention before we break out for lunch. So, pick a pen, have your notebook, take what you think you need clarification, but like Chair stressed before, if you have heard your friend has asked the same question, so I don't think it's also again proper for you to go ahead asking the same thing, maybe using different words. So I think let's pay keen attention to both the report which is going to be read to us and as well the responses, because people are going to respond. You find your answers be responded because they have not used the words you want to hear, then you are asking the same thing. So that's that. Welcome back. Thank you. So the next item, I think the moderator is not around. The next item, we're going to hear the report from the Treasury. Like I said, it's a key and a very important report. Thank you.
Good afternoon, members. The board chair, board members, committee members, our auditors, representative from the Ministry of Trade. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for having come from far to attend this very important AGM. My report is divided into two. The first will be addressed by the SACCO manager. Then I will handle the second part. Otherwise, thank you. So over to the SACCO manager.
Thank you so much, Mr. Treasurer. Our board chairperson, board members, committee members, supervisory board, members of the SACCO management team, everybody in your respective capacities. I greet you all and welcome you to the 5th annual general meeting. You are most welcome. First of all, in a special way, I would want to recognize and appreciate the members that are attending online, members in different areas, Guru, Arua, Mbare, Koima, Rukunjiri, Kotido, and so many other places. I thank you for tuning in and for always laboring so much to know much about the SACCO, because it is your responsibility. I don't want to take much time. I'll just give a few highlights where I think it is much necessary. Number one is about the membership. Yeah, as the SACCO, like everybody was saying, we are growing at a terrific speed. For example, as the year ended at by 31st December, we had a number of 348 members. Those were active members. But now, when you look at the workforce of SARACEN, there are around 6,601 members. So our aim on this is to at least grow membership so that with time, everybody in SARACEN can be a SACCO member, because the SACCO has a number of benefits. I'm telling you, members, there is a lot that you have not yet seen, but as time goes on, I think you realize that you should actually, people will realize that they should actually have joined time immemorial. So I call upon all members, and let us be our initiative that we bring all those members, because we know them. Let's bring them on board, let them join. The bigger we are, is the more benefits we shall have. Thank you. Then we also talk about, of course, when you talk about membership, you have to talk about the savings. They have told you that we are currently in 3.1. billion. This is something that shows that there is at least progress, and we are empowering you, we are committing ourselves that we shall grow all this. It shall not only be in figures, but we shall put out with your guidance and the guidance of the board, we shall have more other assets and more other benefits that shall be of your beneficiary. We are doing all this not because we are doing it for ourselves, but it is for you. Then we also have cessation. Cessation is for the SACCO it is voluntary. A member is able to enter the SACCO and live at his own will. But we realized that we had a lot of members ceasing in 2022. The members ceasing were about 65. But for 2023, at least we had less members who ceased, who were 43. So most of these people cease maybe because of employment turnover. Maybe some of them get better opportunities, but that is how the statistics stand. Then for loan interest, of course, loan interest is one of our incomes, but the interest has grown over the years, and our own interest is 1%. We have not done anything about the interest, and we don't surely hope to do so, because the SACCO is there to benefit you. So there is no need of us having maybe an interest that is that is above that. So we realize that one of our key areas is loans. So here, it's where I want to put much emphasis. We have a lot of people taking loans. People have grown their savings now. You find a member has over 1.5 and the person qualifies for 1.5 or qualifies for over 3 million. So I want to put more emphasis especially on guarantors. I want us to take this thing very serious, because when you guarantee somebody, it means that in absence of that person, you are standing in to clear that loan. So we have people who are intentionally, I don't know, maybe intentionally they want to come and join the SACCO. They save in 2 months, in 6 months, you find somebody has got some savings and then asks for a loan. Now for you, they find you at the site, they bring for you a form. Somebody just gives you maybe 2K or what, you just sign as a guarantor. But immediately you sign as a guarantor, it means you have entered the contract. It means that in case of this person failing to pay, then we shall have to encroach on you. And for the guarantors, we have no option. We are coming anytime. Then so you need to be conscious. You need to help us identify these people, because you always know them. Some of them tell you that I'm leaving SARACEN maybe tomorrow or the other day, and you still go on and guarantee them. So let us be more conscious about that, because for example, for last year, our loan portfolio increased to over 2.8 billion. So all this is these were the loans that we gave out, and we are recovering slowly. So we continue to urge you that you surely come up and help us fight these people that want to destroy our SACCO. Then we have trust fund. For trust fund, we are currently investing with UAP and the ICEA. For ICEA, we had accumulated money to almost 988 million, but as time went on and as the remittance from maybe our mother company drained a bit, we had so much loans that we could not put on hold. So we had to record some money and we clear off these loans. So that is why as of now, as of 31st December, we were at it had reduced, and by that year we made 62 million as interest from this unit trust. So the unit trust is risk-free, and it is good because we can record our money at any time, as and when we want to use it. Then we have ICEA. For ICEA, we started with, by 2022, we had about 359 million.
but throughout the year 2023, we were able to grow it to 600, accumulating an interest of 62 million. I think you can feel that there is somewhere that we are going, there is a direction. Now, we also had for government bonds. Along the way, we invested in government bonds. We invested about 50 million, and this was for 6 months, and the return was 1.2 million. So that is, I think, the investment that we managed to do throughout the year. Then I will immediately come to the challenges. Challenge number one that is common to most of us is the delay in loan disbursement. I agree this has been a challenge, but when you look at 2023, it was characterized by a lot of certainties. First of all, the people borrowing had increased, even the members had increased, and we were only 2 people. Imagine working on the 2.8 billion. So you automatically see that the delay was inevitable. But with the recruitment of the 3 more staff, that is, as the chairperson had introduced, the MRO, the accounts assistant, and the credit assistant, I believe that service delivery shall be smooth. And on top of that, we are in talks with the mother company to make sure that our remittances always come in time, because it is also one of the causes. Then we also have limited channels of communication. Currently, we were only using the phone calls and WhatsApp, but now we are bringing in a toll-free, so that we understand that at times, of course, the situation is hard and there is even no airtime. So we are bringing a toll-free. Now this toll-free shall come in form of a landline, so that even if you are where, you're able to call for free. And we had an issue of having our calls. You call because I'm on the phone with somebody, the call shows you that it is busy, or at times it is off. So we shall bring in we shall bring in something that when you call, of course, when you call and it is busy, your call can be diverted to somebody else. We are sure 5, and I believe it shall help us. Then we also have dormant accounts. Now dormant accounts, they are affecting us because, like, our system people, they increased our subscription because we had gone above what we had we have gone above the membership that they had suggested, that we had advised them to tailor the system to us. So with that, they had to bring in an invoice, because we have in dormant accounts. We have dormant accounts that are not active. But since the motion was moved to have them written off, I am very glad that it will not be a challenge. Now we have the delinquent challenge. This is what I had talked about. I want to send a message to whoever is watching me and whoever is around here. I want us to fight this disease. If at all you surely join the SACCO for a motive, it is our time that we have to wake up and fight any person or anybody who is trying to use, who maybe wants to use the SACCO or take it for granted. Delinquency is a big issue. When I talk of delinquency, I talk about the loans that maybe are defaulted. And the problem, what hurts me, is that we always know these people, but we keep quiet and do not come in to communicate to us, so that we even still go ahead and guarantee them. And when we call you, you say it's okay. After 1 month, the person does not appear. His account becomes dormant, and this one affects us. So let us surely join the SACCO for a motive, and let us surely make sure that this habit comes to an end. Then there is also lack of sensitization of members. We are putting up a campaign. We shall be moving at least area by area. We shall be in those districts that we have never reached, just to communicate so much about this SACCO. Those that are watching from Mbare, those watching from Arua, those watching from Tororo, wherever you are, we shall surely come to your doorstep. We shall have more information about the SACCO. And of course, I also want to thank the board that have tried to support us to have these solutions, and also to maybe the other thing I had to talk about was the SACCO management system. The SACCO management system is now up and running, and it can be able to run these reports. I had a question over the chat. Somebody was asking, when are we starting to get the SMSs? I'm telling you, this is in the pipeline, because the first thing was to first have the system have the data. After that, then we can have now the feedback. We can make the system to give feedback depending on messages. I'm sure there are people that receive messages from that system. They are about a limited number, but they are able to get. Then, moving forward, we are currently looking at bringing on new products of the SACCO. I know most of you from our background, we have a lot of things that we need. We have a lot of things that we need and a lot of things that we need to achieve. Now, before I come to that, I want to first clarify something about I know most of you have a question about emergency, that you always have an emergency, you apply for a loan and the loan delays. Now, this is the solution. Previously, we've not been having an emergency loan, but the board suggested that we should put in place an emergency loan. An emergency loan shall be in this way. We shall always have cash at the office. For example, if you want an emergency loan, you apply, you come and say, I have an emergency, I've lost somebody. We can tell the accounts assistant, just pick 200 from maybe ourselves or wherever, and give you, so that you go and have the problem solved. Are we together? So that is why I'm telling you that a lot of things are coming. So we just need to tighten our belts. We sit back and give us time to function. I'm telling you, this time we are not joking, and the service shall be effective. I want to appreciate our patron in his absentia for also always trying to be with us and supporting us wherever we need him. Also to the management team, the new team that has come on board, it is a challenge to us. These people need effective service delivery, because I believe they are the ones raising maybe money they are the ones supporting us. So it is a challenge that we should take on, and it is something that we should do with vigor. It is always my vigor to wake up early morning, come to office and serve you. So I think you guys should emulate me, the new management that have come on board. You should emulate me and let us serve these people, because their issues are very simple for us to handle, and I believe with the teamwork that we have already, this one shall be just a walkover. Then somebody is asking me to talk about the SACCO IDs. Our system for the SACCO IDs jammed immediately. We had printed 21 cards. It is very unfortunate that today you might not go back with your ID, but as soon as the system is rectified, we shall have those IDs printed and we shall send them to your respective areas. I want to thank you all. I want to thank the board for also supporting us, all other committees. Thank you very much. Kuungana niyo bora.
Good afternoon once again. Thank you, manager, for that elaborate report. Mine is a simple one, which I think you have copies of the budget. Please, members, like someone said, let's be attentive. Let's go through these together one by one, because this is about money. And it is your money. So if we go together and we address them, because this is a proposed budget, it will only be adjusted after we have agreed. Are we together? Yeah. So the few copies that you have, please share with your colleagues. So this is the budget proposal for 2024. Our financial year runs from January to December 20. For example, this year starts in January 2024, ends in December 2024. And the reasons why we prepare this budget is to help us. 1, to plan. 2, to make decisions. 3, to be effective and efficient, to see how we are managing the little resources that we have. That's why we prepare this budget and to present them to you. And the budget is divided into mainly 2 sections. The first section is the income section. The income section is the revenue that we expect the SACCO to make during the year 2024. And then the other section are the expenses that the SACCO will incur for effective running of the SACCO. So when we start with the income, look at interest on loans, the ones you borrow at 1%. In the audit report of today, they have said we made interest of 84 million from the 1% you borrow. So for us, we are projecting and saying we expect to get 140 million this year. Why? Last year, there were some challenges. Most people did not have contracts, especially management. Now they have. So our expectation is that this money will increase because now management will be in position to borrow more and we shall earn more interest. That's why we are projecting it to grow at 140. Are we together? Charges on loans. There are charges that we always charge you, which is basically in form of bank charges. So as the loans are growing, we also expect these charges to grow. When you borrow, there is a 10% 10,000 charge. Is it for EFT? 30 for RTGS, like that. So this, we are also projecting it to grow at 35 million. Are we together? You know, sometimes this report of the budget, they bring it at a very bad time. From the 2 years I've been the treasurer, it's always towards lunchtime when people are hungry, they cannot understand. But anyway, let's go. Then last year at the AGM, we introduced annual subscription, which all of you, after we implemented, you were shouting, who told you to implement this? So many things, and yet we discussed these things here, and it was agreed here. We said every year, January, we shall deduct 10,000 of your salary as annual subscription. And you saw in the report, last year we got about 35 million from annual subscription. This year we are projecting to get 56 million. Out of the membership that we have of about 350 members, we expect to recruit new members of about 2,000 to make it 5,600 members. If you get 10,000 from them, that is 56 million. Is it okay? He talked about investments. We have investments in UAP and ICEA. Those are insurance companies. For us, our work is just to get money, give to them. They do the investments on our behalf and they give us interest on the money we have given. It has been slow because of our intention to serve you better. These portfolios would have now been in $1 billion plus, but because of your appetite to borrow, which is so high, we first say, let's first give our members, and we suspend some of these other activities. That's why you see, it has been 125 for the last financial year, and this financial year also we are not expecting much. That's why we are projecting them to grow at on about 126. Why? Because we want to make sure that our members, when they ask for loans, we give them. Then the chairperson talked about a proposal of introducing a 0.5% loan processing fee. And he explained the reasons why we are trying to bring some of these charges. We are the only SACCO, I think, which doesn't charge processing fee. But we have been on 1% for how many years now? Almost 5 years. 1%, 1%, 1%. So in good faith, we feel we should introduce this 0.5%. If you get a loan of say 200,000, you'll pay about 1,000. Loan processing fee of 1,000. Imagine 1,000. That should not be a big figure. So I really want to beg you that let's go ahead and allow that proposal to go ahead, because as the SACCO is growing, as this income is also growing, we should expect the expenses to also do what? To also grow. So this 0.5, we expect to earn only about 14 million for the whole year from the loans that we'll give at about 2.8 billion. So we expect about 14 million, giving us a total income of 372 million for the whole year. That will be our total income. Members, are we together? Oh, we have a break. We are okay? What is the problem? There? Okay, no problem. Let me finish. When I finish, you will have time for questions and we'll discuss. Like I said, it is going to be a discussion. Then we go to the other section, which is the expenses. So these expenses, I also try to segment them into their respective areas where they fall. For example, expense number 1, we have financial expenses. Financial expenses where we have bank charges. For every transaction that we do with the bank, which is Equity Bank, dispersing your loans, there are also charges. And you can see the charges, how high they are. They expect to be charged about 15 million. So the more loans we give out, the more bank charges we incur. Then, like the manager was saying, people who run away with our money, defaulters. We are also making a provision for bad debts. We are making a provision that these people will not pay 21 million. So this will only reduce if we behave the way he has said. You guarantee someone whom you know. You guarantee someone, if you have any information that such a person intends to run away, you inform management. Some of you have done that before. I've had about 3 cases where people have informed management that so-and-so is intending to get a loan, but he also intends to leave. And they don't disperse those loans. So let's be careful. Let's be inquisitive. Let's be sensitive. This is ours. When these people disappear with some of this money, it goes on to affect our savings. The long-awaited dividend. The long-awaited dividend is now here. And we also budget to give out all the members who have savings. Dividend of 28 million will be shared. All of us will get. Why you get 500 or 1,000, but everyone is going to get. It was also in the proposal of the chair of the board, which it is upon you to decide. But it is also very careful. We need to be very careful because we are guided by the law. The law says you cannot declare a dividend of more than 10% of your share capital. So this is 10% of the share capital that was recorded in the books of about 289 million. So for us, we are proposing 10% of that, 28 million, to be shared among us. Upon you approving, if you say no, we will not also share. But if you say yes, we shall share. So financial expense total will be 64 million. Then we go to staff expenses. basic salary. Now we have 5 staffs. So for the whole year, we shall give them a salary of 53.4 million. I say, what's the problem? Anyway, you record, you will ask 53.4 million. For the whole year, 12 months, for 12 months. Okay? Things to do with salary is a bit tricky. Some information you don't disclose. But this stuff we have to pay them if you want them to do efficient work. Yeah. So then we have to pay for them also NSSF 10%. 10%, that is going to be about 5,340,000 for the whole year. Are we together? Then we have also budgeted for them to have some training to improve on their efficiency, to make them effective. We have budgeted to 5 million, giving a total expense of staff cost of 63,740,000. Are we okay? General administration cost, auditing and supervisory fees, audit fees. These auditors who come here, we always pay them a fee. Then supervision fees. We have budgeted 6,500,000. Depreciation, the assets we have, computers, the accounting principle say you have to depreciate them every year. So this year depreciation will be 4,160,000. Printing and stationery. If people send loan forms on email, they need to print reports. What we have budgeted 3,578,000 for printing and stationery. Postage and telephone 1,400,000. Airtime, we are going to get a toll-free number. All those are in there. Internet, once in a while, 600,000 for those staff to do work. You know, the system they use is internet-based. Meeting expenses, 1,200,000 for the whole year. Staff traveling expenses and fuel. Like he said, that they have a plan to at least visit our members all over the country. It has been in the budget, I think, for over 2 years now, 3 years, but it has not been implemented. So we are putting 15 million. Now, why are you laughing? Okay, you write. Then you challenge me. Write it down, you'll challenge me. First and foremost, you have said fuel. If these staff members travel from here to Tororo, they are going to incur fuel costs. I'm explaining. They are going to incur fuel costs. Anyone who knows the price of fuel per liter, 5,000. They have to go there, feed, accommodation. One, they're just going to do sensitization work. We are feeding them when they are servant from the side. So if you feel the figure is high, that's why I'm presenting it to you. I would have decided to keep quiet, but I've presented it to you. If you feel the figure is high, you record it down and say, I feel this figure is high, it should be this, with your statistics. This is mine. Annual subscription to our regulatory authorities, HCA and the rest, 750,000 for the whole year. SACCO system license and maintenance, they increase. This system, the higher the number, the more the maintenance. So they increase. It used to be about 800. Now because we are in the mark of 3,500 going to 6,000, so it is 2.3 for the whole year, giving a total expense of 35,528,000. I think we are together. Now, members' expenses. You, all of us now, our expenses. Annual general meeting, 15 million. It's okay. It's okay. Organizing, the tents, everything you're seeing here, the meals, everything, 15 million.
Just a minute. Now, an interruption. Members, let us keep decorum. Now, I warned you earlier that this is a very sensitive information. We're dealing with figures. Now we are heckling. Then at the end of the day, we walk away from here. Money is spent. 5 years down the road, you begin complaining over things you were present. So what are we saying? Have a pen. Record your queries. Now, when time comes to hear from you, your contribution and your suggestions, then we shall. Because now you're wasting time. It's coming to 2 o'clock. Instead of him completing his report, we are heckling. On top of that, you are interrupting other people who are interested to listen. So, let's pay attention. Just record whatever the discrepancy you are seeing, or whatever you are seeing is not proper. Record it. When time comes, we are going to move a microphone, and then all of us, we shall be catered for, or we shall be responded to. Thank you.
Are we together? Yes. Membership training and development, 10 million. Giving a total expense to you, the members, of 25 million. We are together. Board and committee expenses. Last year, we brought here resolutions to pay some little money to our board members and committee members. Board, you approved 30,000. Committee members, you approved 20,000. Board members, 9 at 30,000 for the whole year. Totals to 3,240,000. Committee members, 32 committee members. Each of them, 20,000. Totaling to 7,680,000 for the whole year. Their training and maybe development. There are some seminars which come up, they need to attend and get some training. We have budgeted 6,500,000, giving a total of 17,420,000. Total expenses, 205,688,000. If you less from the income of 374, you remain with a surplus of 166,429,000. Are we together? So, these are the budget that we came up with. However, we also had some capital expenditures. Capital expenditures, like you had the auditors explaining, these are basically assets. Assets that the SACCO acquires for it to be effective. One, the office block, 34 million. Office furniture, 6.5. Computer hardware and accessories, 6 million. Giving us a total capital expenditure of 46,500,000. But some of these capital assets, they are done once. For example, that office, if you do it once this year, you are not going to do it again next year. It will be there for like 10 years or 15 years. Same with the computers and the chairs. So it should not be a cause of worry. Investment portfolios. We also tend to earmark some money, do some investments. I think this has been in the budget for some time now, especially the land area. Why are we going slow? Like the chairperson said before, we are taking a cautious step. because it is a very risky area. So we don't want to rush, but we are leaving it on the budget. When we feel we have done all the necessary steps that are necessary, then we shall do the real investment, and you'll be in the know. The unit trusts, the ones I talked of before, that is ICEA, and UAP. We still intend to invest 500 million this financial year because we feel it's a very profitable area that gives us no supervision, less risk, but the returns are fairly high. So those are the key highlights of the budget. I am now ready and very able to answer all your queries. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Treasurer. Members, the budget has been presented to us. I know some of us are not too technical, including me maybe. However, it covers the entire year. Mr. Treasurer, as I know it's part of the board, I'm of the view, not that we agreed, but we can increase even the one of the investment on land to 300 million. 300, it's just a concern, something that we have noticed, that we missed out. 300 million. Members, feel free to react because we are going to move a motion to adopt the budget. We are planning for our meal, it is ready. But feel free to react and we move a motion to adopt the budget. Kindly. Any concerns?
All right, members, don't feel intimidated. My concern was that we need to keep logical and also we move systematically. It was not an intimidation. Feel free. Raise your concerns which you have documented.
Thank you so much, Mr. Presenter. I've had a new budget and I have done some critical analysis about all overview of the budget. I've seen some, it sounds to be so sweet and interesting for the SACCO. Then on the other hand side, it sounds to be so squeezing on the fellow poor gather here. But I will have my overview. My questions here, I have your advisors, the SACCO, then I have the general questions of the SACCO. The general question I'm having on your strategic formula and plan of the SACCO. As I was doing a review, I've seen there are some positions missing. Like I see you don't have a legal plan, a legal personnel of the SACCO. You don't have that one. I've seen you don't have advisors of the SACCO. I have seen that. Then I've seen you don't have operation personnel, because I see the SACCO seems to be big. Countrywide, because we have districts, very many, Fort Potro, Movende, Mutiana, everywhere, countrywide. So now, I was asking myself, how do you deal with the legal cases of the SACCO when it comes to that matter? The remunerations of the company, the SACCO, when the debts are taken away or are stolen, how do you demand and claim those debts from the people who have run away or who have died? Then another thing, I've had a bill of the block. We are from visiting the opened office. I don't see the block. I see the container. So where is the money? Where did the money go for the block you're talking about? Then lastly, you told me the SACCO has opened, I think it's 5 years. 5 years, of course, it has grown according to the budget and the list how I'm seeing. And you're saying you're not yet registered. If you're not registered, where do you do your accountability from for URA and other staffs? I don't know that one. You will answer that one. Then my last question, please. Yeah, my last is not a question. My questions are noted down. I've given them to you. My last advice is, please, we are working hard to all achieve our goals, both sides, the company, the SACCO, then with our fellow guards. We need, if we develop, you will develop. But if you over squeeze us, then you will not get the money you expect from the company. So the last advice I'm giving you, as a company, you have to look for the positions, countrywide, districts, ways. You employ us. We need these jobs. We have the talent. We can even give you advice for more development. Mostly the advisors, the legal personnel, and the field office. So if you don't have these positions, it means all the money is one position. So you give us the jobs, entrust us, we do our operation, you pay us, you develop, we develop. That's what I was suggesting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's first address this right away. The member asked about legal matters. Then read the registration status that we've been in operation. Let me stand up. For 5 years, where have we been? It was a question tending to, have we been sleeping? In other words, if you can remember very well, in September 2022, the team you're seeing here, the board, we came here and we were not holding even AGMs. If you can remember very well, we held an AGM in September. The law requires us to hold an AGM 3 months after the end of the financial year. It has never happened. It was somehow illegal, but we were in consultation with the ministry and the other regulators. So we embarked on, when we took over, you're seeing we are talking of now having a permanent registration. You had the representative from the registrar saying he's ready to support us. We started, it is a process. I wish I came with a copy of the registration status. They gave us up to August. Immediately after the AGM, as we reported, we are going to start to initiate the process of the application process to have the permanent registration. The 5 years, yes, we had some hiccups, we had challenges previously, but when we took over as the new board, trust me, we are doing very well, and in August we shall be reporting a permanent registration of our SACCO. Then that is registration. Legal matters, as a SACCO, we are registered under Ministry of Trade, Cooperative, Industry and Cooperatives. They have what we call a tribunal. So all matters, if you want to sue a SACCO, you complain to the ministry, our mother ministry. They can even decide to convene a meeting without our knowledge. So be rest assured, we are operating under the law and within the law. We are not going to deviate whatsoever. Just give us time and we get the permanent registration, then we shall be on good course. Lastly, you asked about the expenses and employing people. I reported earlier we started with a volunteer who was being paid for by the mother company, meaning we didn't have even money to pay a SACCO manager. However, in 2023, we added two, the SACCO manager and the credit officer, if you are paying attention what I reported. That is steady progress from a volunteer to two staff. And now because of the need and the volume of work, we are progressing and we are at 5 number of personnel. So, we are looking at the regional level. We are cooperating with our mother company using the already existing structures, coordinating with the regional managers. Special appreciation to Afande Mushabe and your entire team. So we are finding the best way of cooperating with our regional managers, especially to receive maybe application forms where someone cannot access an email, things like that. We don't have money to, we shall be touching your money, okay, let me say your money, to employ people, which is not necessary. To have 10 people, yet we can have 5, support the 5 tentatively, grow the company, and then after maybe 4 years or 3 years, we employ the operations officers in different areas. I thank you so much.
I didn't want to add anything, but for purposes of clarity, let me also address him. One, you see, these personnel that we recruited, we even put up adverts for those positions. We did not just pick anyone. If you qualify, please, you are free to apply. The SACCO manager you see now was from operations. So our first priority is always our members. So when we are speaking here, let's not speak because we are excited. Let's speak on facts and with a basis, because that's the only way we are going to lead this SACCO to a better position. And I also want to make this very clear. This current board has been very careful when it comes to expenditures. That's why you see that the profit is growing rapidly. It has even more than doubled from 113 to 179. Some of these costs, we budgeted them in last year's budget, but not even a coin was spent on them. If you look at the expense we incurred last financial year, most of them we did not even reach what we had budgeted. So, in accounting and in finance, when you're making a budget, the best way of budgeting for income, always make it lower, so that when you don't meet, you are not hit. And for expenses, make it higher. When you don't meet that higher target, you are still within the range. That is the parameters of how good budgets are prepared. So when I come here to explain to you some of these things, I want you also to learn. Tomorrow it will be you in this position of mine. But when you come without your facts and you start saying things because you are just excited, for me, sometimes I don't get that overexcited. Office block, even if it is a Mabati house, in accounting language they call it an office block. Does it make it stop being an office? What is an office? That is a financial language. I didn't want to put there a container because the financial language allows me to say office block. Should I have said a container? Yes. I am only being professional in my area of knowledge. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So I'm using the best term possible. So if you wanted clarity, you should have asked and say, I want some clarity. What do you mean by office block? An office block, anything that provides you shelter. In accounting, they call it office block or office building. Okay? Yes. So I don't want us to discuss the issues that are not relevant to the budget. Those are going to deviate us. The main issues on the budget are the figures. These are just a by the way. Let's continue dwelling on the figures. Where you feel the figures are high or they are low, like the chairperson has said, come out. Yeah. Me, I'm very interested in the figures, not the wording. Thank you.
As they are moving the motion, I want also to give some information. I know some of us don't have knowledge regarding containers. Containers do not lose value. Containers maintain value, or sometimes they even grow value. So it means that tomorrow when we propose or when we decide after accumulating money, when we decide now to go to a permanent residence, maybe buy a plot, put a bungalow or a storage house like that one you've seen, you'll realize that still our money from the container will not be lost. We shall sell that container. Today we are talking about 35 million. Maybe by that time we shall sell it at 40 million shillings. So it means that we have not lost money. Thank you. I think in the next item, let's move the motion to adopt the budget.
Give her. You give her.
I think he was maybe trying to ignore me. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have some few questions to make across. You know, dealing with things of money is very crucial. My first question is, what percentage are given to non-members? Because I heard our money is being given also to other financial institutions like UAP. That is my question. Secondly, I heard the dividend will be given. Like for instance, NSSF, they do give the interest they give. Now, how will we know and when will that dividend be divided to members? Because they will say we shall share the dividend, we shall share the dividend, but when? When? The surplus is already there in the pocket. When will the dividend be shared? The third question, do I have right as a guarantor to look for a defaulter? Because other people, I may guarantee somebody whom I know. If he runs away, do I have right to look for him? Because I don't want my money to be shocked upon. Easy mistakes. Last, if maybe someone is not satisfied with the service of the SACCO, do I have right to withdraw my membership? I think I don't have much to say. Those are the questions I wanted to put across.
Okay. Thank you for those questions. Number one, the SACCO, it is free entry and free exit. You join when you wish. You leave when you wish. That's why in his report, when he said there are people who left, he called them cessation. There are people who ceased. Last year there were 44. In 2022 there were 65. All those ones left the SACCO and they were paid off their money. So you're free to leave. It is free entry and free exit. Number two, you talked about defaulters, guarantors. You are free to look for the person you guarantee. Because the bylaws are very clear. The bylaws say if someone borrows money, he brings 3 guarantors. If that person defaults or fails to pay, we go for the 3 guarantors. So it is in your own interest or wish to make sure that your money doesn't be used to offset the loan. You can look for him and get that money. Number 3, you talked about dividend. It is the reason why we came here in the budget and read for you that we are proposing to pay dividend of 10% of the share capital, which is 28 million this year. Meaning, if you approve it, it will be paid this year. it is not that it is going to take long, it is going to do what we are going to, when you agree, the money will be processed and it will be posted on your respective accounts. So that should not be a problem. The basis of sharing is based on your savings. The other issue was about, did I answer you all? Huh? Yes. UFP and ICA don't get loans from us. Like I said, those are investments. And when the auditor was reading in his audited accounts, they are in the balance sheet. Those are our assets. We save money with them. We give them our money. They do business on our behalf. They pay us an interest. That's why we got an interest of 125 million. That surplus you're talking about of 179, part of the 125 is making that surplus. So it is not that we are giving loans to any non-member. All our loans are given to members. And the first criteria is you must have saved for 6 months. That's when you qualify for your first loan. So be rest assured, we are not acting outside the bylaws. We are very, very careful, and we know this is our own. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My transport refund. For some of us, like people have come from far, do you expect them to go footing? So we need transport refund out of our money. Then another thing, they've said there is land for SACCO, 200 million. We as members of SACCO, we need we need you to show us that land. We have the right to look at that land, how big it is. Thank you very much. Thank you very much from the lady. First of all, we appreciate all of you who have come from far. We truly appreciate. But that's why we did the online. Those who cannot afford to come, it is still okay. That's why the online was put. You stay where you are and the online works for you. But also, coming here is not compulsory. So don't make it seem that we owe you when you come here. We do not owe you because we also don't stay here. We also stay in other places, but we manage to come. So coming here, much as we appreciate, there are so many ways of being involved in this AGM besides the physical coming here. Probably one day, maybe 1 year, when the money has accumulated, we might reach there where we give some refund. But right now, no one gets a refund because it's voluntary. You come or you stay, but the AGM is online or physical, you do come. Imagine if we calculate a transport allowance for everyone here, what is going to remain on the account? You're asking us to save your money, but then you want us to spend it. So kindly, the next year, that's why we actually call for AGMs slightly after paying salaries, so that you save something small and manage to come here. That is the whole idea. So again, we thank you and we shall continue thanking, and even next year we shall be here waiting for you.
Now, maybe...
Thank you, Vice Chair. She also asked about the land. You see, this is a proposed budget. We have not yet acquired that land. But we are saying we want to get into the process of acquiring. And that's why I say it is in the interest of everyone. When we get to that point, everyone will get to know. So it is just a proposed budget. It's not that we have the land. Then on the transport issue you're talking, we have discussed it at board level. But you see, we work on policies. If the policy of the SACCO is there that we should pay transport refund, that means it has to be to every member. Every member of the SACCO, not individual, not selective members. So imagine the 3,500 members. we are supposed to pay all of them transport, because there are others who have not come because they don't have transport. So if we are to pay transport, those who are in Arua, they are supposed to get how much? Transport from here to Arua is 60,000. Those who are in Koboko. So some of these things, we don't do them deliberately. We do them after doing research and well researched. It is not for our interest, it's for the interest of everyone.
Questions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Treasury. I want to believe all our concerns have been taken care of, and also as we appreciate and note, many times we are not able to exhaust. That's how life is. Life is always limited in a way that if we are to exhaust everything, we might live here maybe day after tomorrow. So I would request that we move a motion to adopt this budget, and our other channels are open. For example, the SACCO WhatsApp group. I would implore every member who still has a concern to continue posting there, and we shall be responding. And like they have said, we are intending to introduce a number of avenues such that we are able to have most of the queries addressed. So at this point, I propose that the motion is moved. Where?
By names of Ngambwachos but 28462, I move to adopt the motion.
25729, Emmanuel Amanya, I move we adopt the motion. I second the motion and I move we adopt the budget.
So I think I am done. I now hand over to the moderator.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get worried that we closed. We're closing the questions from the Treasury's budget. But now we are opening a session where we are going to receive general questions from you. Then we break off for lunch. What are you suggesting? Will we go for lunch first, then questions later?
No, questions first.
Members, we have people online. Let us address a few questions from them and then we go for lunch. The good thing, it is ready and we are hungry indeed.
So we want the people online to feel part of us, and I've been reading some of the questions. There are quite many. I picked a few that I can answer. The rest will keep picking, but I also suggest you can write on pieces of paper and leave them behind. We'll continue answering even after the AGM. But for the people online, the most questions that are coming up, why don't we get 50% of our savings at the end of the year and some t-shirts? For the t-shirts, we can organize, but at a fee. We will not give for free. We will get a supplier. Those who are interested in t-shirts, we will make for you t-shirts. You just need to let us know. As for the 50%, if you had one of the finance reports, there's something about our savings where we are not yet at that point where we can give you your 50% savings. But it's something on table and one day it will go through. Then someone asked, actions of people running away without paying. I think that one was answered. Also, numbers are not being answered and also not available. We had, like they said, a manpower problem, but now we have 5 staff who will fully be answering the phones. But truly, those phones are being answered. It's just that when you call, someone is already on the line, and depending on your phone, it says not available or doesn't give you the busy tone, but the phones are being answered. But we promise we are going to continue answering, and like we told you, we have now manpower, and all your calls will be taken. Someone asked, the amount I put on the saving form is not what is taken out from me. Well, that could be an error, because the truth is we take what you write on your form. But if it's happening to anyone, kindly reach to us and we reconcile your account and we are at par. Then someone wanted an explanation of the 0.5 processing charge. The SACCO manager, was it SACCO manager or the chairman? He said 0.5%. That is 0.5 over 100, which gives 0.005. That 0.005, you multiply it by the loan that you're getting. For example, if you're getting 200K, the processing fee becomes 1,000. If you're getting 600,000, the processing fee is 3,000. If you're getting 800, 4,000. If you're getting 1 million, 5,000. It's a small amount of fee. Even banks do these processing fees, but ours is still fair. But that is the explanation of the 0.5. Someone else asked, why do others get their loans a few days after applying and then others take long? Just like different days vary. Sometimes there are very few people who have applied in that week. Sometimes the information is very clear. The guarantor's numbers are available. Your numbers are available to get in touch with you. Your managers are available to give us the information. Plus our payroll people who are part of our supervisory committee are not exactly busy to analyze your forms. So the factors are different, but we don't really take that long all the time. But where it takes long, we do apologize. But it's not like we choose that this one it will take a short time and this one it will take a long time. So what is the privilege of being in SACCO besides this AGM? There are so many privileges. First of all, where do you get a loan of 1%? Except here in SACCO. You will go to, he said, some people are not in SACCO, but they seem to be better off. I'm telling you they are not. They are there getting loans in Unify at 25%, at 20%. They're in the banks getting at 20%. They are being summoned here with letters looking for them. So this 1% is a very big privilege, and maybe one day you'll appreciate it. But this AGM is not the only privilege of being in SACCO. Another one asked many questions about the new board member who's representing the guard force, a joke. They need her phone number and but the number we will share on different forums. But you should know she's also on the board. So she's not exactly going to be overwhelmed and she's not working alone. So keep all the channels and keep communicating to all. But for those who really need to go through a joke, the number will be shared once she grants it. Then there are those who are asking, can I resign but continue saving with SACCO? Yes, you can if you resign and want to continue saving. But when it's time for borrowing, we shall give you exactly what you've saved because we don't have any security. We don't know where you're working. But we can help you and save your money if you want. Another one said there's a problem of loans applied for and then they are rejected, but there's no communication. That one I agree, and we completely apologize, but it's been a manpower problem. But also we have a problem from you people. I took it upon me in December. I started calling people who had applied for more than what they could get. But there are very few whose numbers are available. And for the rest of you who probably share your numbers with your spouses, probably you need to let them know that maybe SARACEN will call or something. I called someone, 3 times they were not picking. He had left the phone with a spouse, and I think she was helping me because she said, why would I pick when he's not here? But because I overcalled, she answered and said, don't you have anyone else to call besides my husband? So if you're going to share your number with your spouses, you need to let them know that also where I work, they might call. So sometimes if I'm getting out of my way to call you, and that's the response I get, it doesn't give me energy to call the next person. So kindly put numbers that are yours. And if you live with your spouses, alert them. So that it's a teamwork. But we are going to continue communicating, especially if there's a loan adjustment. Why are we not getting interest? I think that was answered. Then people wanted that SACCO email address. Are you ready to write this address? SUSS for SARACEN Uganda Staff SACCO. But it is SUSS loanapplication@gmail.com. That's one word. I hope you got it. Should I repeat it? Yes. But you're not writing, you're looking at me. Should I write? Should I read? SUSS loan application at gmail.com. Have you gotten?
No.
Yes, I'm reading for the last time.
Okay.
SUSS loan application. SUSS loan application at gmail.com. That is the email address. The phone numbers you have, but I can read for you. 0705 451 233. 0705 451 233. MTN is 0762 154 167. 0762 154 167. I would like the SACCO management to adjust loan repayment period from 2 years to 3 years, but at least adjust the period. This has been tabled and it is food for thought. We will get back to you on that one. The last one is, last year in June, the SACCO manager promised us motorcycles for loans. How far with these? I think someone talked about it. We are looking into the products, but you need to know that we are going slow on the kind of products we are bringing. Imagine we give you 400 and you go AWOL. Imagine I give you a motorcycle. Are you going to be here? You're going to run out with a motorcycle. So maybe we shall start with the bicycle and see how you pay it. No, we are going to discuss the products, but I don't want to say that we are going to start with motorcycles. First pay for that bicycle, finish it, then upgrade to a motorcycle. Okay, those are some of the questions that were online, and I hope the people online appreciate that we picked some of them. For the questions that have not been answered, please keep writing on pieces of paper, leave them behind, send messages. We'll definitely get back to you.
And lastly, before we go for lunch, let's address these two questions. A member is asking that he would like to know why, the board and management can't review the period from 2 years to 3 years. Loan period. This has been discussed extensively, and we are yet to come to a conclusion. We are also looking not only the big loans, even the small loans, especially our security guards who run to the banks. We want to reduce that congestion on the side of the banks to our side. So it is work in progress. We are yet to come to a conclusion. We all want it, much as we are board members, but we all want it. Maybe from 2 years to 3 years. It is being discussed extensively. Then a member is asking about withdrawing part of their savings. If you look at what the auditor, the external auditor presented, if we withdraw all the savings, then we would not have a SACCO. I would like to say most of the members, 90% of the members have loans. How many of you, don't raise your hand, it's personal. At least 90%, manager, is it true? 90% of the members at least have loans, or 80%, but around that. So, I don't know about if you want to withdraw the savings. Well, it is something we are also discussing, and as we had promised previously, we shall reach there. It's work in progress. Members, I request we move steadily, but very sure of where we are heading. It's very bad to take faster steps, to be like SACCOs which have been there for 10 years, yet we are 5 years, of which even the 5 years, some years we are not even compliant. So let us first settle down, we put our house in order, and then we put some housekeeping rules so that we access our savings, we access our, like he said, now you can access emergency loan. More things are going to come in as we go on. I thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So I wanted still to add on information regarding the withdrawing of the savings. Primarily, I don't want us to forget where we are coming from and the reason why we chose to start a SACCO. The main purpose was, many times, because for us who have opportunity to sit at head office, many times we get issues. Why? Because we don't have immediate cash, or we don't have something immediately you are able to dispose of to get cash. Number two, which was the most important, that a majority of our people by that time, actually from 2018 below, you realize that when a person is leaving the company, including administrators, including some of us here, don't think that the day you're leaving a company, you'll be prepared. Nobody writes application that tomorrow I'm going to leave. Even including those who resign. Many times we resign out of emotions, we resign out of problems. By the time you have problems, it means that you don't have money. So our idea, the idea of opening a SACCO was, how can we have some kind of a retirement benefit at the time you are leaving the SACCO, regardless of how you are going to live, whether you are deserting, whether you are going to be dismissed. Because there are four ways how we leave the company. One, voluntarily retiring. I mean resigning. Two, you grow old and they retire you. Three, you desert. Four, you'll be dismissed because of any misbehavior or anything. And then the fifth one, we can also die and we leave the SACCO. But of course, it doesn't affect you because for you have gone. So the relatives or the children you're leaving behind will come and pick this money, at least to cushion them for some few months. But most importantly was you. You. Many times we live here, we don't even have transport. They have fired you from there. You go to HR, you have 5 shifts. 5 shifts, that's 20,000 shillings. It can't even take you where you are sleeping. So by the time you start thinking of going to the village, you don't have the transport. So we saw that many people could even fear to go back to the village because what are you going to tell people there? You don't have transport. Even your home, people will be kind of like isolating you, that they are bragging that they have been in Kampala working. Yeah? So you are calling home to sell a goat to give you transport for going back to the village. So that was the embarrassment we were trying to save. So why am I saying this? Is to refresh your mind that actually withdrawing your savings is not in your best interest. Saving actually is in your best interest. Because I want you to imagine yourself. The day you are fired on the other table, then you are walking to a SACCO, please give me my money. And you have 5 million shillings as savings. Can't you start any smaller business? Anyway, that's the food for your thoughts. Thank you very much.
Also, on what he's saying, you see, we confuse two things. There's a distinction between SACCO, saving groups, investment clubs. SACCO, its ultimate goal is about the numbers. The more you are, the more resources you're able to pull together, and you save and you develop. So the idea of withdrawing savings automatically kills any SACCO, not only SARACEN, any other SACCO. Look at Wazalendo, how many they are, like 100,000. Imagine they give out the savings of the 100,000 people. It will automatically do what? Collapse. So the distinctions are very clear. That SACCO, its biggest strength is in the numbers and the little contributions you make. And even in the bylaws, our bylaws, it is categorically stated clearly. Withdrawings of savings is not allowed. You are the people who pass those bylaws here. You are the ones who pass them. At the first annual general meeting. So let's allow the child to grow. When it grows, shall then start demanding pension from it. But we want to start demanding pension when it is still a child. It will just die. Anyway, let someone pray and we'll go and have lunch.
Thank you.
Pastor is there.
Let's pray.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for all that has transpired since morning. We thank you for the meal that you've prepared for us, and we thank you for preparing us for the meal. Amen. And we pray that you sanctify it, such that when we take it, it gives us the strength to serve you and have reverence of your word. In Jesus' name we've prayed.